Welcome to episode 2 of the Project Zomboid Survivor Podcast. I'm here with my friends Ash
Hi.
and Chuck.
Good evening.
And today we're going to be talking about, why we got into making content and also some of the channels that we watch or have inspired us to start making these stuff like that. So I'll ask Chuck first. So what made you kind of start YouTube or make content? What was the reason?
Well, pull me in if I'm waffling, but there's sort of two or three aspects to this for me personally, and it'll probably overlap with maybe you guys to a certain degree. The first bit is sort of creation. It's going to sound a bit poncy, but I do like, well, whether I'm any good is a completely different matter, but I do like creating things.
Yeah.
And I think it is,
Yeah.
I think it is genuine. This is the poncy bit. I do genuinely believe that it's sort of, I'd like to put it in a slightly better way, but it's like good for your soul. I think it's really good to create something, and it kind of doesn't necessarily matter if other people like it or whether it's any good to start with, at least anyway. Obviously, you want to, if you're happy with what you're creating and what you're producing, I think it just makes you happy.
Yeah, proud of it, I suppose.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Definitely,
yeah. And I mean, I used to, this is going to sound sad. Maybe I shouldn't admit this out loud, but I used to do you know what an AFOL is?
No.
No, you don't.
No.
Do you? It's an acronym. It's an adult fan of Lego.
Oh, right, okay.
All right.
Yeah, I used to build Lego, and then I really got into it. I got there's another acronym called MOC, which is my own creation. So I started to like build stuff, and basically I gave it up because one, it was too expensive, and two, it was too bloody hard. I was really awful at it. But some of the times where, I mean, I went the whole hog. I had a little area in the garage with all like storage of loads and loads of Lego, and I'd spend the odd evening there now and again. And I had some great times when you finally figure out how to build this bit or that bit or do this or do that. It was great. It was amazing, and I really enjoyed the creation, the creative part of it. So that was the one aspect is creating something, and getting better at creating something, I suppose, and being happy, as Ash said, being proud of what you're creating. What was the actual question again?
What got you into like making the content? You have answered that really about enjoying
Yeah,
it.
so enjoying creating, but this is quite random. Well, I gave up on the Lego because I was really bad at it, to be honest, and it was very expensive as a hobby.
So
It really
expensive.
is.
Yeah, Lego is next
So
level.
expensive.
Yeah, it really, really is. So with YouTube, the way it kind of, I sort of stumbled into it, and it is just a hobby, totally, But I had a really old save game, and I'd put a lot of time into this save game. It was the longest I'd ever survived. I'd built this amazing base, well, what I thought was amazing, in Muldra, in the warehouse at the northern part of Muldra.
Yeah.
And
I've been there before.
I put a lot of time and effort into that, and it was I knew that Indie Stone were bringing out a new update which would have made that save game obsolete. And I just, obviously, this is going to happen. It's a game in development. It's just inevitable that that's going to happen with any of your save games. But I was really proud of what I'd done. I spent so much time surviving. I'd set all sorts of records for skill, progression, kills, all that sort of thing. It was the best base I'd ever had. So I thought, well, I'll record, rather than lose the base forever. I did a quick search on, I didn't know anything at this point, never done anything like this. I did a quick search on the internet, went with OBS, and I just did like a 3-minute recording of me on my character just walking around my base, just sort of like giving myself a tour.
You know what?
So I would have a record of it forever.
Hang on.
Go on.
It's funny you say that because when I was looking at a channel a while ago, I think I saw, was it the Project Zomboid base tour pre-multiplayer update? That
yeah.
video, yeah, I've
That's
watched
a
that video. I've
revised.
watched that one.
That's a revised. Well, no, well, that's a revised version because this is the thing.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
missing out. I need to see this now.
Well, you're not missing out much, don't worry. But it was just that initial. I did an initial recording for private use, and it was.
Yeah.
I was in at that time. I was using because we've got a couple of computers where I live, and at that time I was using a computer that was in the dining room.
Yep.
So, and it was just for private use, and I did it. It was like 3.5 minutes long, 4 minutes, no editing, no sort of because it's just for me. There was no need to do anything.
Just a little
fancy.
reminder, I
For anybody else. It's like, basically, yeah. And so there's all sorts of background ambient noise of, my wife doing some cooking in the kitchen and all this sort of thing. It's awful. It's awful. But anyway, I did that recording. So it's about 4 minutes long. And then I just forgot all about it. I didn't.
Yeah.
And it was like 2, 3, 4 months later. And I don't know why I made this decision, but I was watching the video and I thought, you know what? This is actually a really, really good bass. I'm just going to chuck it out on YouTube. Just put it out there, and then people like it and people watch it. If people enjoy the bass, that's great because I can see it's a good bass. I like it.
Yeah.
And it got it surprised. I mean, it was tiny, really, realistically, but it surprised me the amount of views it got. It got like 2,500 views in 2 months, which I know is tiny, but for me, I thought, well,
yeah, no, that's a win right there.
that's
definitely.
quite surprising.
Yeah.
So I actually then redid it with the voiceover thing.
That was it.
Which
Yeah.
is now the video on my channel, and it was shortly after that. That's when Louisville came out and the multiplayer update came out, and where Project Zomboid seemed to get really, really blow up in popularity.
Oh, it really
in all
did, didn't
sorts
it?
of the gaming community and in the YouTube community. So that's how I got into YouTube. It was the love of creating, but I sort of fell into it because I was just genuinely surprised at how many views. Well, when I say the views, I'm talking about the original video, which is the original upload, which has got all the awful. There was no commentary. I mean, it's an awful video. There's no commentary. There's sounds of my wife telling Echo to stop. Well, Alexa, if you like, and it was, but it's still got a couple of thousand views, and I thought there's something in this. So I redid it with an actual commentary, and here we are, basically. So I sort of fell into it completely.
Yeah, no, I think that's something that it's weird that people kind of it's always like my first video. There's always the kind of thing where it's going to get like 1 view or something, but it's weird that like my first video actually like has done pretty well, and it who knows with the algorithm gods or whatever they want. I guess who knows. But like my first video is one of my highest rated videos, and then I've started like my other videos, and I don't know why, but I mean it wasn't. I didn't put much effort into it. It was very much just like like the Project Zomboid helicopter kind of memes of where like, the helicopter flies over you. It was one of those ones. It was my first one, and I was like, this is pretty good actually, isn't it? This is quite fun. Yeah. What about you then, Ash?
Well, YouTube. So I think, I mean, originally I put some stuff up back in 2020, couple of Borderlands videos. Because the thing is, I think with me, I've always liked gaming, loved it, and I think just being able to do it and share it with people, I think I've always wanted to give it a go. And I pretty much all I watch is YouTube. I don't normally watch any normal TV. It's mainly just YouTube. So I thought I'd give it a go. Put a couple of Borderlands videos out, and then a game called Heaven World, which is like Dead Poly, like before Dead Poly. I don't know if you've heard of it, but it was like that. But I think the developers have kind of abandoned that. And I think I did like an 8 series playthrough on that, and then kind of gave up for ages, for pretty much like 2 years, I think. And I'd always check on an app called TubeBuddy. That gives you your stats and everything like that. Oh, yeah. And I noticed after about, I don't know, a year after the Heaven World thing, checking it, and one of the videos had got, like, all the rest of them had got, like, I don't know, 30 views, 10 views, one of them got like 800 views out of nowhere and gained me like 4 subscribers or something. And I was like, oh, right, okay, this is strange. So all that time ago with such a random game, I thought, well, people don't mind listening to me or watching me play, so I'll give it another go. And I've always, because back when I did the Heaven World one, I was playing Project Zomboid as well.
Yeah.
But I wasn't really ready to record, I don't think. I always wanted to, but it just never happened. And I thought, right, well, I'll give this YouTube thing another go, but I'll do it with something that so much possibility of where you can go with it, and things like that. So, yeah, I did a couple of Louisville challenges, ended disastrously, died in both of them after about 6 episodes to like the stupidest reasons. I think both of them were to do with vehicles. Zombie bit me through.
So, if you don't mind me interjecting right here,
carry on.
I've got your channel up, and yeah. So you Heaven World, you went part 1 to 9.
That's it. Yeah.
And then you did your Project Zomboid 6 months ago, your Louisville challenge.
Yeah, that's.
You got 7 episodes, and the 7th episode is called "This Is How You Die." So, I think that's the end of that one. And then you've got your another one with John McClane.
McClane. Yeah, Die Hard himself. Yeah, I was going for an action hero theme at that point.
And that got to a grand total of 5 episodes. and then you restarted with John Wick, and that series went on for a while. And it's really good. I think that one got to like 70.
Yeah, I think something like 71, 81. I'm not too sure, but
which is pretty impressive.
The 2 first Louisville ones, my god. The first one I died. I did random spawn Louisville, and I was in a farmhouse to like the southeast of Louisville. Kind of like where the motel and the gun shop are a bit south of there, like where the cornfield is. But anyway, I was driving around. I managed to get this banged up Land Rover, I think. And I was tired. I was exhausted. I got back to my base. There was a zombie coming to the door, to the car door, and I was like, I'll just rest up here for a bit. I'll be all right. When he gets here, I'm going to switch seats. But I think my window was open, and he bit me, and I was like, no.
God.
So yeah, that was the end of that one. And then the second one, I was driving around Louisville, crashed my car, had to ditch it, ran down some alleyway. I was like, that's fine, I can jump over. There was about a horde of maybe, 40 following me. Went down this alleyway. I was like, that's fine. I'll jump the fence at the end. There was no fence. It was brick walls. I was like, nah, this is it. This is it. So, And then I think I gave it a little break for a couple of weeks after that. And then, did the John Wick one and so on. But, it was... They started to get... I mean, the first couple, the Louisville ones, they didn't really do too well. But John Wick one did pretty well and carried on from there. And it got... good views or whatever. Well, I would say good views, not compared to some of the big guys out there, but stuff that I was happy with, definitely. But I think, and also one of the reasons why I chose Project Zomboid as well, because I always played with the idea of doing it, but I think as well, when I was playing it by myself without recording or anything like that, kind of like what Chuck said, you'd get all these like achievements and stuff like that and feel proud of it, and then who's who can you show it to? Really, no one, kind of thing. And I always found myself falling into the same play style. We kind of touched on it last episode, I think, where you get your base, you build it up, and then I always did the same thing: find a base, barricade it up, get your water plumbed in, all that kind of stuff, which is good. But I never really tried any other like ways of playing. Whereas the YouTube, the videos I've done, they've all been quite different, and I've tried things that I wouldn't have normally done if I wasn't recording, if that makes sense. Like the 10 years later, like I would never put sprinters because I play with random zombies on the 10 years later, and I would never play with random, like the chance of having sprinters on my own. I want a stress-free experience, or as stress-free as you can get, but putting them on there, it was fun, but very stressful. But and the Nomad one, like I said, normally I base up, stay in one place, but the Nomad one I'm going all over, which is quite good. So just that variety, I think, was really. I wouldn't say Project Zomboid was getting stale for me, but it was it was getting a bit stale doing the same thing, but it was nice to try some different things really. But yeah, no, I've gone on for quite a while. What about you, Sam?
Well, I think that they're gonna be hearing this the third time now, but like I was, so I had my channel for quite a while. I joined in like 2016, and I was doing like Rainbow Six Siege content in it.
Yeah.
Used to play shooters, but now I'm not good enough anymore.
yeah. Story
There's
of my
always
life.
there's always someone younger who has better reflexes,
Yeah.
better hand-eye coordination, or and I still play it occasionally, but not very much. But I started making that and CS:GO videos and stuff like that. Just basically recording me and my friends play the game, and they weren't getting many views. They were pretty crap. I put a lot of time into editing them though, and I actually, I used to do kind of editing on like a few, like not Fiverr, but a few kind of like other sites like Fiverr. I used to like edit content for people.
Oh, nice.
But
I might give you a shout.
oh God, I ain't got enough time.
Yeah. No.
But yeah, I used to do that, and it was mainly a thing of me just posting videos of me and my friends just playing games as like memories. And it was weird because when I was posting those videos in like 2017, 2016, 2019, 18, kind of like that 4-year period, I only got like 50 subscribers from it. But I wasn't doing it for those subscribers. I was doing it because I really, really enjoyed making the content, playing with my friends, and then uploading it. And it's weird because I still talk to those friends at that time, and a lot of the time they themselves go back and watch the videos because it's kind of like like when I'm trying to think of an example, but when someone or something or like a company makes like a little time capsule and like puts it somewhere, and then you open it up after like 10 years or something.
Yeah. You get the
Bit like
nostalgia
that.
hit, I suppose.
Yeah, exactly. And I have that for those videos.
Yeah.
And no one can ever see them because I've got them privated, or I've got them unlisted in like a little kind of playlist only like me and my friends can access.
Yeah.
Because a lot of them might go back to it, and it was just kind of a way to look back, especially like during quarantine and stuff when it was basically hard on everyone. It was nice to kind of like look back, when that was when you had like no worries at all.
Happier times, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I did that. And then the reason why I got into Zomboid content was simply just because I loved the game. I've always loved it. And I just wanted to share my progress. It's a game where you don't have to... I can just kind of sit there, play the game. I can go back through, edit it, and I find editing fun as well, which helps. It's very time-consuming, but I enjoy that. It's not like... I love the process of making the videos. And recording them and then uploading them. And yeah, so I was doing my playthrough that I'm still on right now. And I was just playing it by myself. And I was chatting with a few friends while playing it. And I had this stupid idea to clear them all, right? And I was like, it's really cool. And I can clear them all. And I can get all these thousands of kills. But I mean, it's like, is there really a point? Do I have to?
What's the point? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So I was just like, I enjoy editing. I enjoy playing the game. I enjoy uploading videos because I have done it in the past, obviously, with other games. Why not just upload, 10 to 15, 20-minute videos of me playing the game, edited with music, with voiceovers, just literally just like progress updates on like my game. So it's like on the first episode I was clearing out the car parking lot, or trying to, and then the second episode I was working on building a base near the car park area. Then episode 3, getting through lots of hordes, and I kind of just went on from there. And I just kept on enjoying the content being made, and it is satisfying to watch people like watch the content and like the content, and it is nice when you get comments.
Yeah, it makes it all worth it, doesn't it? I think when people are enjoying
it's
it.
amazing. Yeah, when somebody says, even if it's just one person,
exactly.
Get on, what a great episode! I'm really excited for this upload or whatever. Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
exactly. And it's like when you get comments, it's like, oh, I love this series. I've just binged it through.
Yeah.
You know, it feels satisfying. You know,
Yeah. No,
and I
definitely.
you know, that might sound weird, but it does feel kind of
No, it is nice knowing
good.
that someone else is enjoying what you're
Exactly.
creating. Like
Yeah.
definitely.
And I don't just make like playlists like episode 1, episode 2, episode 3. I do a few like alternatives. It's like I've reviewed like well um I own a katana like in my bedroom, right?
Right.
I
Yeah.
own quite a few swords, and one thing that I've never liked in Project Zomboid is the fact that you don't have sheaths or like
Yes.
sleeves for your katanas.
Yeah.
So, funny enough, I was looking for one, and literally a day ago, a guy had made a mod for it. So I messaged him, and we chat every so often now, and he gave me permission to make a little like mod review of it. So I've done that, and I've also kind of tampered into like the 11 things you might not know about Project Zomboid, and that's done really well.
yeah. I've watched that video.
Yeah, I've watched
those
a
videos
couple of
are
them.
popular. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like even even people like veterans of the game don't know a few things, and it's like one thing that people don't like know is like you can walk, you can like jog, like shift is your jog, and then alt is your sprint, but people don't realize that there's also a sprint as well.
Yeah.
It's little things like that, and I also make some like dumb ones like chainsaw, like the best weapon in the game, and
That's
helicopter
a
stuff.
good variety though, isn't it? I think.
Yeah,
Definitely.
and I just really enjoy making the content, and it's very busy at the moment with like my work and university and stuff, but I love coming home and I have the free time to sit down, record, edit it, upload it, and just see what people think about it. I just find that quite satisfying.
Yeah, me too. I love the whole process, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah, I agree with that. And the thing is, as well, with the Project Zomboid community, so good and friendly as well. Like it's the best community I've known in gaming. I haven't really dabbled in a lot of communities as much as Project Zomboid, but it's definitely there's no toxicness there or anything. I think, which is really good.
It's really nice.
Partially still because it's comparatively anyway. It's quite a small community.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Project Zomboid content creation, if you like, YouTube stuff or Twitch or whatever, it's still quite niche, really. I mean, I know it's massively more popular than it was like a year ago because of multiplayer in Louisville. It's got a whole new audience, but it's still no CS:GO or whatever,
or Modern Warfare, something like that.
Oh yeah,
or Minecraft or anything.
yeah,
It's
exactly.
still quite niche.
Yeah, no,
But it's so good that it is growing though, because it deserves all the love and attention that it gets. This game, it is like in my opinion the best zombie survival game out there.
Yeah,
and I think more people are reaching the same conclusion. There's what I now and again I'll see. I can't actually name check anybody, unfortunately. I can't think of any. But now again I'll see people they'll do like not a tribute. I wouldn't call it a tribute video, but it'll be titled something like "Why Project Zomboid is Amazing."
Oh yeah,
I see them come up.
Yeah, I love coming across those, and they're always really well made. But some of these videos are done by people who have got tens, hundreds of thousands of subscribers and have been they're like what you might call YouTube professionals, I suppose.
Yeah, do it full time.
They've come across this game and they've just fallen in love with it as well. And I think there's still what are some of the points they make in these videos is the amount of potential that it's still got as well, with the sort of proposed sort of updates and the multiplayer aspects of it. It's really great coming across those videos.
I mean, think about long term. Ash, you can especially see how far it's come because you were like one of the first people to play. How far it's come in those 10 years. If they're still developing it in 10 years, hopefully, fingers crossed. But you got to be realistic. 10 years time. Imagine the leaps and bounds they've made then. And I'm not saying it is 10 years. But it's gonna be 10 years time. But it's just the amount of potential. There's so many little things.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And the amount of mods as well.
Yeah.
There's so much potential with the mods, and it's like the indies time they like hired some modders, didn't they?
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
And that's clearly working for them, so they'll probably continue to do that.
Keep doing
Oh
it,
yeah,
yeah.
definitely.
And I mean, I think it should. They should hire the modders. I think because
Extremely talented.
yeah, they prove they can do it, and they obviously love the game as much as the devs, I suppose. To spend all that time creating some of the. I mean, some of the mods are just mental. Like the map mods must take hours to make. Like
exactly.
it's mental. It really is.
It's like there was a video I watched recently today, and it was like a cruise ship mod. And
Yeah,
I'm
I
like,
saw that come up.
yeah,
I haven't watched that
exactly.
one yet. I haven't watched that, but I really want
It's
to.
it's really good. It's like a 9-minute episode, like a 9-minute video, and it's like a one-off kind of video. But it's the map. It's like, how does someone sit down there and make this map? And I mean, I've never dabbled in just game development or modding or anything like that.
Nah.
But to me, someone who just plays the game, the amount of commitment that someone has to have, it's amazing. And the modding community in this game is just amazing. It's like every single day you look on Steam Workshop and an amazing 5-star mod just made for free.
Yeah.
They don't ask, and oftentimes I do find myself like, if they have like a buy me a coffee, like you just tip them like a pound or two if they have the offer, because they do deserve it.
I mean, some of the mods are like like the same quality as if they had come from the developer, aren't they? Like,
oh yeah, definitely.
Like filibusters used cars, like the cars that they've made are better than what's in vanilla. Like,
how is that possible?
Yeah, it's mad. There's some really talented people out there, definitely.
Mm-hmm. It is. It's very impressive. It's like the basements mod.
Yeah, I haven't used it, but I've heard of it. Yeah,
it's extremely good, and it's basically vanilla. And I think Indie are talking with them or something.
I've read potentially their basements are coming.
Because that'd be amazing, and But yeah, I guess we've all kind of had a similar kind of introduction to making Project Zomboid content, though. We've all kind of wanted to share progress.
The passion, that's the...
Yeah, well, I suppose it stems from primarily the love of the game. I mean, that sounds a bit policy, but we all love playing the game.
Yeah, and
that's where it all comes from.
And at this stage, and foreseeable future, it's not exactly as if we're making it out of passion. It's like, a guy with 5 million subscribers can play the game, earn some money, and then play another game.
Yeah.
But like, when I first started, 50 subscribers, I there was nothing about monetization in my mind. It was literally just I enjoy this.
Just creating the content. Yeah.
Yeah, and if later down the line it is monetized, brilliant. I get paid for
it's a bonus, isn't it?
My favorite game.
Yeah,
but also I don't need that incentive to play and upload. And that's what I enjoy about it.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's quite funny actually, because when you said about that, I've just hit over the 500 subscribers, and I was
congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm not jealous at all.
you get there, you get there. But I remember thinking, like, I want to get to 500. I wanted to get to 500 so much to get that community tab to interact with the community. But since then, I didn't get it straight away. I got it a week after, I think. But since I've hit that 500, I thought about it earlier. I think I'm on, at the time now, 570. So I've gained 70. But now that I've hit that 500, I'm not like, oh yes, let's get to 1,000. Let's get to 1,000. It's weird. Like that 500 was like the goal I set myself, and now I'm happy I've got there, so I can kind of relax.
I mean, you should aim for the sky, man. You're going really well.
We'll see how it goes. But yeah, I think I was more excited to hit that 500, even when I was had 10 subscribers or whatever. I really wanted that 500, but now the 1,000 will be nice, but I'm not as pumped to get to it as 500, if that makes sense. It's not about the money. That's not why. Yeah. It's not really that's motivating me for it.
I mean, I think when you hit like the 900 mark, I think that'll be a good. We can hit this 1,000.
Yeah, it might kick in then.
But I think 500's an amazing goal and a target to hit as well. I mean, it's not just it's amazing when you think, when you go into a cinema or something, there's 100 people. For me, it's times that by 3 in the chart. Yeah. Times that by 3, but viewers are times that by 5.
You guys aren't far behind, though, are you?
Oh no, we're
You're very generous. You'll probably a couple more weeks. You'll probably have more subscribers than us two combined. Probably at this rate.
well, I'm at I'm at 335-ish. I remember you, Chuck, being like 5, 10 behind, so we're really close.
Mm.
And
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
like growing like together, like one
Mm.
sub, one sub, one sub. Like it's really cool to see.
Yeah.
But Ash, you're just gone, gone,
Yeah,
leaving us in the
you've
dust here.
really come on in leaps and bounds in the
Yeah,
last month or
yeah,
so, I
Wow,
guess.
thank you,
yeah.
thank you.
But
No,
I mean,
I'm
you've been
happy
doing
with
it for 6 months, like
Yeah,
very,
yeah.
very, very, very consistent and like that. I mean,
Mm. I think
it's
that's it.
really
It's
good.
the consistency. Is it? I think so. I remember when I first started doing the pizza videos, I was aiming to get a video out every day, and I think I
Oh
was
my
at one
God.
point. And
I was too.
it does get
Yeah, I do
it
envy
is a
that sort of
lot.
output.
Yeah, I mean it
Mm,
is. Yeah, it's good to get it out, but it's a lot of work to make
yeah,
sure there is one out every. You enjoy doing it, but then it's just having the time to do it. That's the
yeah,
main
exactly.
thing. Because
It's
an
hard
hour
to
to
do.
record it, an hour, 45 minutes, an hour to edit it, and
Hmm.
do thumbnails and all that. So it's like an hour to an hour and a half per video, roughly thereabouts.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, no, I mean, yeah, happy.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about time, really, for
Mm.
me. I'm trying to release one a week, and I know that that's not much of that's quite far off what I was doing. I was doing 3, 4 a week when I was not at uni, but now I am. I get home and I do all this reading, all this work and stuff,
Yeah,
and to record. So in each video, I record 3 or 4 in-game days
right.
of doing it. So that takes a hell of a lot of time just by itself.
Yeah,
And then
yeah,
I
yeah.
condense all that time, which is like an hour and 20, hour and 30, 40 minutes worth of recordings, down into a 15-minute video of my progress.
Mm.
And then I got to do the voiceover. It's all time, and I wish I could do more, but there's just no point stressing myself out over it.
I mean, I
Because,
suppose that's one benefit when you do get monetized, and you'd probably need, I don't know, 100,000 subscribers or something to be able to not work.
yeah.
But that would be that's the benefit of getting that big and
Mhm.
monetizing. You can just solely focus all your time on it, which
Yeah.
Yeah.
would
Yeah,
be
there's,
really nice.
There's a guy called Atomic Duck. You've heard of him?
Yeah,
Yes, I
yeah,
have,
yeah,
yeah.
Yeah. So he's just. I do follow his channel quite closely.
He
but I
does
don't
good
watch everything he
updates,
puts out.
doesn't he? Like build
Yeah,
updates videos and stuff.
He's
Yeah.
slowly taking over the Project Zomboid YouTube. I'll tell you. But he's just recently given up his full-time job to
Right.
do Project Zomboid full-time.
Yeah, he's at 63,000.
Yeah,
Okay.
about 60 odd thousand, and but now that does, and I do envy him because he's probably going to be like doubling, I don't know, maybe even tripling his output because all of his time is.
And he's only going to
devoted
get bigger, isn't he, by doing that? I suppose.
Yeah,
Quicker
Yeah.
anyway.
because
So
he can stream daily if
Yeah.
he wanted to. He
Hmm.
could. Yeah, all his free time is going into it.
Yeah, exactly. It's amazing how well. One thing, it's amazing how this can be a living now for people.
yeah, yeah.
It's like that was out of the question like 5, 10 years ago. And then
Yeah.
I guess I think I mean I haven't been watching YouTube that long, but it's amazing that people like this people are making their jobs Project Zomboid.
Yeah,
content
yeah,
creation around it,
yeah. Project Zomboid is giving people jobs even outside
Yeah,
of
and
Indie
but that's amazing,
Yeah. Oh
and
yeah, no,
they deserve it
definitely.
as well.
Mm.
But yeah, I was gonna also come on to the fact that I'm sure you both have looked at the Project Zomboid YouTube, just generally,
Yeah.
and what kind of have you watched any YouTubers which have inspired you to do certain series, or you just like watching them? Generally, what are your kind of go-to channels to watch Project Zomboid, Ash?
Yeah. I think for me, I do watch some Atomic Duck every now and again, mainly for his update ones because I think they're very informative.
They really are, aren't they?
Yeah, no, definitely. So I'll always watch his on a new update. The Thursday recap he'll do and that kind of thing. But I think the main ones. Well, I would say Amphibian. as well.
Ambiguous. It's
Ambiguous, yes. Sorry,
Ambiguous.
yes.
Gotta get it right.
Yes,
The guy's
sorry,
got
sorry.
million subscribers. You've got to get it right.
Yes. But he kind of got me back into Project Zomboid, I think. Maybe like a year and a bit ago, with his, I think it was his all negative traits guy he did.
Yeah, that was good.
That was really good. That got me into it. And of course, Private Lime. Love his stuff. And I've found Private Lime fairly recent. Well, I want to say recently, maybe in the past 4-5 months, I think. So been working through his stuff. His is really good. The first one I watched of his was the one where it's he's in the school and they're all
All of Us Are Dead.
Yeah, from the like inspired by the program from Netflix.
Have you watched that?
Not the Netflix one, no, not the show. No, I've seen Private Line's playthrough, but not his show, not the show on Netflix.
Yeah, so it's like I was looking forward to that show, and I've watched it. And it is really good, and they got season 2. But it was amazing when I was looking forward to that. I looked at my phone and I was like, oh, there's like a Private Line has made a series like dedicated to this, like the build up to it.
Yeah.
So I binged all of that I watched it as it was coming out, and that was amazing. That was amazing. I really enjoyed that. That was good. He's done so many like really good series.
Yeah, the Iron Man series was really good, where he was like going through the ages. It was quite interesting actually. I looked on his YouTube channel a couple of weeks ago, whatever, and I kind of went right back to some of his earlier videos.
Yep.
And watched like his first Project Zomboid one, and it was before the animation build.
Yeah.
Really long ago, but even him, because what he's on 100,000 subscribers now, I think, isn't he?
132,000.
Yeah, I know he was over the 100, and he's kind of got big on Project Zomboid. But even his first recording, his sound is still, pretty terrible, and do you know what I mean? Stuff like that, like how we all start, really. So it kind of gives you a bit of motivation, like we all start like that. The sky is the limit, really. If he's made it that far. I mean, obviously people have got to like you as well, but it's quite inspiring, quite interesting to go back and look at his first ones. I think his first one was a Project Zomboid one, which is mental. Really.
I'm just scrolling extremely aggressively with my mouse to get back to the start.
It's good that they keep those old videos up there.
Yeah, because some will get rid of them, won't they? Some get rid of their old videos, but the fact that he's kept that on there, I think, because it was I would get rid of my Heaven's World one. It's terrible, but I think it's the history, isn't it? So I'll keep it up there for people. And the Borderlands one that I did was terrible. I did 2 episodes, done. But I'm not removing it. It's staying on there.
He did a lot of like a Stalker Anomaly, which is a good game. I recommend it.
Yes, I think I've tried to play that. Is that like the free update for Stalker?
It's like the
like a modded,
pack.
That's
the free
it,
mod pack which combines all the games. Because I played all the games separately, and I've played them as the Anomaly, and I played on like the Gamma version of it because there's tons of like different.
Yeah,
it's a nightmare to navigate.
One of my subs actually did recommend that to me because I had, is it Call of Pripyat? Stalker.
Yeah.
I had that years ago and probably played it for about 30 minutes because it's when I was first getting into PC gaming. I just couldn't fathom WASD and mouse in a first-person shooter. I was like, "What is this? I can't play it." And it was a bit janky, I remember as well. So I kind of gave up on it. But I'm thinking of going back because I know Private Lime did do a video recently with that, and he had to get from one side of the map to the other, and there were zombies and stuff like that. I watched a bit of it, not all of it, but
that was really good. And I'm looking back, and it was 3 years ago. He did his first episode of Project Zomboid's 245 tracks on Outbreak Challenge, and
is that the one where
views. Yeah,
no, they can't die, I think. That's the one I watched, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to say something controversial now.
Go for it.
Oh, go on.
When well, no, don't worry.
I'm bracing myself.
No. Private Line, and this is going to sound unlikely. I'm not making it up. I came across him in his early days.
All right.
So like a good 2 years ago when he had, I really couldn't say. His subscribers were maybe in the hundreds, maybe in the low thousands. When he really started off, because he was doing Project Zomboid. And
Yeah.
I've been, in terms of Project Zomboid, I've been playing it 3-4 years, and I've been watching YouTube videos of content creators, people playing Project Zomboid for that same length of time. So I actually came across him really, really early in his, I don't know, YouTube career, you want to say?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I didn't like him. I didn't like him.
Really?
Yeah,
Really? Ooh.
but that's just
Oh,
me, though.
no.
Well, that's just me. Well, no, because I'm not saying he's rubbish.
Yeah,
That's
no, I
different,
get you.
because he
Yeah,
clearly
yeah.
isn't. He
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
He is. He's the gold standard, really. Let's face
Yeah.
it, for Project Zomboid content creation.
Mhm.
He is. But I mean, he wasn't my. I just didn't like him because he was loud.
Yeah,
he
it's
shouted a
it's
lot.
funny you say
He's-
that because I think I remember when I've watched a couple of them before I really got into them, before that school challenge one. I remember
Yeah.
thinking this guy is loud.
Yeah,
And it did kind of-
he's kind of calmed down a little bit,
Mm.
but it's just not my cup of tea. His
Yeah.
early stuff, because he shouts a lot. It's like it's just a typical.
It's
sort of,
very loud.
he's like a brash American. I'm not necessarily criticizing him. He's just a different type of person. I'm quite a quiet, reserved, chilled,
Yeah.
sort of like stiff upper Englishman. So I sort of reacted sort of negatively to his sort of approach to content creation. But I'm going to put a caveat in there now. I'm going to say I watched his. He's doing a kill series at the moment.
Yes.
That's his latest series.
Yeah, I've
is a
not
kill
seen that
series,
yet, but I've
where
seen
he
it
just,
on
it
there.
basically just goes around and just wipes out entire towns in like 2 episodes. It's just crazy. And I watched his Rosewood Prison one, where he clears
Yeah.
out the prison, and I really enjoyed it. It was really good, and I was like, oh, I wish I could make stuff as good as that.
Yeah.
I mean, funny you were saying loud voice. His channel description is "I'm just some idiot with a loud voice."
Yeah. Was he talking? What does it say? Talking to an invisible audience? Or
Yeah,
something,
yeah,
I think
yeah.
it says?
I mean,
Yeah.
he did like a live stream for his 100,000 subscribers, I think
Yes,
it was.
I saw a few minutes
And
of that. Yeah.
I got in there and I was watching it for quite a while and I was asking a few questions and he seems like a really, really nice guy.
Yeah, he does. He is
He
a really nice
seems-
guy.
yeah.
I'm not criticizing him because I think he's amazing. He's brilliant. It's just when
Yeah.
sometimes it's just a bit too loud and a bit sort of in your face for me.
Yeah. No,
I know what you
get
mean.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get. Yeah, it's a bit like kind of 2016 YouTube shouting like louder is funny.
Yeah.
But I mean,
overreact to everything.
but the thing is, I don't think he's very old. You know, I think he's
Yeah, I don't.
kind of
think
my
he's that
age-ish.
old,
I
yeah.
don't. So you know, and it's like probably 5 years ago I was very, very loud, and but I think that's just I mean, I really like Private Lime. He's really good.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah, he is really good. He is.
like all of his content in like the last. I haven't really watched much past like his like a year ago. I only got into his channel about a year ago. Yeah, because he did the All of Us Are Dead episode, the first episode 9 months ago.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So that's probably about the same kind of time.
Yeah, and I have gone back and watched a few of his things, and I love his tutorial series where he does the first week. I think that's really good.
I want to say
I've
I've seen
sent
that,
a
but I
lot of
can't
friends.
remember.
I think his tutorial stuff. He had a whole period where he sort of systematically covered sort of like
Yeah.
beginners, like surviving your first week on Project Zomboid, skills explained, traits explained. He had
Yeah.
this whole period where he would just do those sort of things, and I think that's where his channel just really, really blew up. Really,
Yes.
really got loads of views, loads of subscribers in a sort of a period of about a year. But now he's got to that point where he can do whatever he likes, really. And I don't mean he can put out rubbish stuff and it'll get loads
Yeah,
of views.
no.
I mean, if he wants to do a playthrough, he can do that. If he wants to do tutorial stuff, he can do that, and it will be popular. It will get lots of views because he's just very,
That's
very good. He's
Yeah.
That
Entertaining.
video. You look at the title, you look at the thumbnail. It makes you want to click on it. It makes you want to watch it.
Yeah.
I think just
all of his stuff.
consistent.
It's all thriller and no filler. If that
Mm,
makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
It really
Yeah,
is.
no, it is really good. And yeah, it's like one of the videos that I really liked about his is his base defense guide. And he did that a
Yes.
year ago,
Yeah,
and like that is extremely good. And it's like he did his top base locations. I love that video.
Yes.
Really helped me because I've played the game for quite a while, obviously, but I wasn't very good at it at the start. And this was kind of like my go-to, like, best base locations for safety, kind of typing it into YouTube. And it's like this video I'd watch and I'd go, oh, that's a really good base location. I'll try that next time in my next playthrough. And I loved a lot of his like mod showcases, or like mods that turn your game into this kind of shows. I like that quite a lot. They're always really good.
I think if you
Yeah.
just do a general search of Project Zomboid, one of his videos will always be there. Always. If you search, I don't know, tutorials or tips and tricks or mods or anything, any sort of aspect of Project Zomboid search, one of his videos has come. He's kind of covered everything, really, hasn't he?
He really has. It is.
I'm starting to
quite
really
impressive.
hate him now.
Well, hang on, Jesus.
I'm only joking. That's a joke, obviously. I'm a fan of his.
Yeah, it's really good. I want to talk about a guy that I watched. That guy Preds.
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Um,
I've seen his stuff on there. I think I might watch the odd
Recently,
episode.
he came on the scene about a year ago, didn't he? When his I survived 1,000 days
Yeah,
later.
That's it. Yeah, that's the one I've seen. Yeah.
exactly. And I watched that. That was on my recommended like the day it came out, right? And I loved watching all that. I was waiting for the next episode. It was amazing. I was like,
Yes,
oh,
it was.
he said the next episode was going to be like in a week's time. I was like, I can't wait for that. I cannot wait because it was so good. It was like he'd talk over it. He'd a bit like my kind of videos where he'd kind of like speed like time lapse quite a lot of it. But he'd also like give a lot of commentary over the top of it of what he did, and he's quite funny as well. He's quite funny with his like commentary as well. So it adds, and it was really good just to sit down and have like it's like the type of meal that you'd want to sit down with dinner and just watch, kind of like one of those videos. And I really loved this series.
I do admire the amount of craft, the amount of time and effort and thought that would have gone in to that series, because there would have been so much actual footage.
Oh
Yeah,
1,000
yeah.
days. If you think, I've never survived 1,000 days in Project Zomboid. Well,
many
what
have.
is that? No, well, that's 3 years, 3 and a bit years.
Yeah,
It's
insane.
crazy. I mean, the amount of footage he would have had to go through, the amount of
Yeah.
time to edit it.
What's that? Essentially,
Think
like
about what the
500 hours.
voiceovers are. Oh, it's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I mean,
insane.
and again, that was a sort of not a watershed moment, but it put something new out there, and it got him noticed, it got him so many subscribers, and
He's up
quite
to
rightly so. It was amazing.
It's the 44,000 now.
Yeah,
Which is just amazing, really. Like it's like when something hits in there's like the community, like this series did, it really does build traction. It is amazing. And now he's it's like he's very much now just making whatever he would like to do because he can, and it's amazing that he can now. And
one of the good things
Go on.
one of the good things with going back to having that much footage is you can sort of rejig it and repackage it and represent it. You can do the first 100 days or the 500 days, and you can sort of put it back together in a completely different way and put it back out there, because there was so much, you would have had so much content from that.
Oh yeah, no, I definitely. It's like the amount of content, like the amount of just like raw recording that I have. If I don't delete my like recordings, it's stupidly insane. And it's like I don't have a massive like storage system, a massive storage, so it does build up. And like I don't know how they would have done that. Would they have recorded? They like recorded it, edited it, posted it, then recorded, edited, posted it, or would they have recorded the first 500 days or the first 1,000 days and just spend like a month like editing all of that? Like I don't know the logistics behind it, because to go through like 100 days in 2 weeks or 3 weeks, edit it and then upload it consistently, I don't know like how that's done.
No, because it's having the raw footage, then editing it and having the narration over the top.
Yeah.
of it as well. Putting all those components together is
Yeah.
for me. It's magic.
Yeah.
I don't understand it. It's very good. It's very
Yeah,
good.
no, yeah, definitely. He's very good, and I do watch all of his stuff. And anyone else have any other YouTubers they want to touch on before I go on
Yeah,
a
I
bit of
do.
a
I do.
go for it?
I have. You wouldn't have heard of this guy. I guarantee it.
Okay,
Although
go
he
for it.
does have 15,500 subscribers.
Go for it.
He's a guy called No Misplays. Have you heard of him?
Yes,
Yes,
I've
actually.
seen him.
Yes, actually.
Yeah.
I'm almost disappointed. So I don't know how or why, but he was basically the first guy that I got into with Project Zomboid, and as I said, you play Project Zomboid, you enjoy it, you love it, you naturally gravitate to YouTube and you look for other people that are putting content about that game, and he was somebody I came across, and I just really like him. His play style is my play style. I even though it's a zombie apocalypse, as I said in the previous episode, I play Project Zomboid to chill out, to almost sort of relax almost, and his play style is very much like that, and it's undoubtedly, rightly or wrongly, but undoubtedly at the moment anyway. I think it will change as I sort of develop and understand what works, but my content is very much influenced by his. There's not much editing. It's all very chilled, and it's just somebody playing the game and having fun. And I just really like him, and so if I come across other people that if I watch my main meal, if you like, of Project Zomboid content consumption is just people playing the game. That's what I really would. That's what I enjoy most. So there's lots of people that do your tutorial stuff, update stuff like Mr. Atomic Duck. There's a guy called. There's a couple of guys actually. There's a guy called. I'm gonna name drop so many YouTube channels now. I'm slightly. No, I'm not obsessed, but I've had almost encyclopedic knowledge. There's a guy called Arian. I don't know how you pronounce it.
I've seen him. Yeah. I've seen him.
There's a guy called Retinaru.
Oh yeah, Retinaru. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but his stuff he does they're only short videos, aren't they? Like 4 or 5 minutes and stuff, and that he'll break down like
all the deep
the detail. Yeah, I do really enjoy them. It's very informative.
He's got a really good voice as well. But Spoodle is another one.
Yes,
he's really broken onto the scene.
Yeah, he definitely has.
And he's doing sort of I'm not quite sure what you call them, tutorial type informational stuff about YouTube.
They're normally shorts, aren't they?
Yeah, well, he's doing his output is very good. He's doing a couple of videos every week, every 2 or 3 days.
He's fairly new, isn't he? I want to say, or I've only noticed him recently, the past couple of months or something. Maybe. I'm trying to think of his profile picture on YouTube. Is it kind of?
It's a spoon.
It is a spoon. I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah. So he started. Well, his first Project Zomboid video that I can kind of see was 10 months ago.
Okay.
And they're all just really good episodes. It's like every single video on here, I'm like, actually, you know what? Actually, why is being unemployed good in Project Zomboid? And I'd like click on it and see, or like, how big is the map? They're all interesting. I want to watch them to know.
And they're quite short as well. So
yeah, they're like 2 to 5 minutes, which is very bite size.
Yeah, that's what I like about that
Retinaru.
That's it, yeah. Whereas with Private Lime, his are normally half hour kind of thing. I need time to watch them. Whereas if it's someone I can jump in and out of, 5-10 minutes, it's happy days.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
I as I said, I primarily like most Project Zomboid YouTube content. I will consume, if you like, is just people just playing it. So I will watch No Misplays. There's a couple of others that you might not have heard of, but you might have done because they've got 40,000 plus subscribers. Cromulent Archer.
I was
Yes.
actually going to mention Prominent Archer.
Yeah.
Because
And I kind of envy him because he just I don't want to criticize him, but he doesn't seem to put much effort.
I watched one of his the other week actually. And I did think the same thing.
Yeah, well, he'll literally. I can just imagine him sitting down at his desk, playing the game for like 25 minutes, recording it, and then just that's it.
Yeah.
End of recording.
I want
Put
to
it out.
say he was probably the first Project Zomboid YouTuber I saw. I want to say he could even be, I may be wrong, one of the first.
Yeah, he's been doing it for a long time. He's got like over 1,000 videos. Maybe
I remember watching him
actually.
like years ago, and he was the best one I could find at the time that actually did.
I was just going to scroll down to the bottom, but thanks for telling me there's 2,000 videos. I won't do that.
I do it in the background, but I don't want to click on my Google in case someone just starts playing in the background.
But the other guy I was going to mention, who's got 40,000 plus subscribers, is a guy called Coco Plays. MV.
Yes, Coco Plays. Yes, I like Coco Plays.
He did a really, really, really successful, wildly popular Louisville series. He jumped on the Louisville moment.
Yeah.
And soon after the Louisville map, when the multiplayer came out and sort of surprised us and blew us all away, he did a very, very good, very popular Louisville series.
Yeah.
I messaged him actually when I first started putting videos out there, just to like any tips or anything he could give me on like thumbnails and stuff, because I really liked his thumbnails. I think
his thumbs are good. His thumbs are up there with Private Lime.
Him and Private Lime are the inspiration for me, I think. And he actually messaged back and just whatever, do this, I just make it unique and all that. But I thought it was quite cool that he got back to me. Nice guy. But yeah.
I have subscribed to one YouTuber who's very much in the mold of the ones that I like to watch play Project Zomboid. You will not have heard of this guy.
Oh,
he's
just
coming up. He's coming up to 3,000 subscribers.
Okay.
But he's got several hundred videos. I think he's called. I don't know how you pronounce it, but I'll try. He's called Volrund. Volrund. That's VULRHUND.
Rings a bell.
Yeah. So again,
hang on.
he's a chilled Project Zomboid player.
Yeah,
so
looking him up real quick.
So that's VULRHUND.
Yes, I've watched his King's Mouth play series.
Yeah, that's his latest one, isn't it?
Yeah.
So Volrund, No Misplays, Coco Plays, Prominent Archer. That's the sort of thing I would primarily watch. People, quite chilled people, who are just playing Project Zomboid and just going about their daily Project Zomboid activities. Basically, that's what I enjoy the most. But guys, we haven't mentioned one absolute behemoth of Project Zomboid YouTube
Nurse?
output. Nurse, that's right. Yeah, you guessed right. Nurse.
See,
250,000 subscribers.
I haven't watched a lot of her content.
No, I've not actually. I've watched some of her
shorts.
I watched the series, the really, really good series of the different professions, the occupations. Meet the veteran, meet the nurse, and all that. I watched that. She is good. It's the voice, isn't it? It's the voice.
Yeah, it's a very good voice.
Yeah.
I think I've probably only watched two of her episodes. I think
They're really they're like little bite-sized.
Yeah, I noticed.
Content.
I always see them on there as like recommended and stuff, and they like quite informative again, and kind of stuff. Because didn't she find out about the like the glitch or hack or whatever with where you put the fences in the crate?
Yeah.
Well, didn't she make that popular? And I know Private Lime mentioned that in his. I heard of it from Private Lime mentioning her videos. But yeah, I probably do need to watch some of that stuff.
It's just really like good because they're such short kind of episodes or like videos, but they're really good. And
they're really well made.
I also quickly wanted to talk. We are approaching the hour.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk about Island Potato.
I was just
yes,
going to
Island
mention him.
Potato.
Yeah.
I
I never
love
have
his
time.
series.
I never have time to watch him, unfortunately.
Yeah, I am loving his I think it's his new like variant research modded series that he did like started like 2 months ago.
Yes.
I'm really enjoying that one.
Logan
Really enjoying that
Stone,
one.
I think, was his first one, wasn't it? Is it Logan Stone? I watched a couple
Yes,
of
it rings a bell.
yeah, no, he is good. I need to watch more of his. I've started the Logan Stone one, and I need to watch some more. He's been doing some live streams as well, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Which I
I've watched a lot of his
first one.
content. I know it's not Project Zomboid related, but I love Darkwood. And he played Darkwood, and I've really enjoyed that. And he does a lot of RimWorld as well, which I also really enjoy. I mean,
Yeah,
it's a
RimWorld.
really good channel.
A lot of the people that do Project Zomboid content, they'll do
Do RimWorld.
RimWorld.
Yeah.
But
I've
they'll
dabbled
also
with the idea. I've played with
They'll
the
also
idea.
do Kenshi as well.
Yes,
I've never
yes,
played
yeah.
But that's those three games for some reason.
I think I saw something in the Project Zomboid Reddit earlier, or it might have even been in the RimWorld Reddit. It's like all people that play this also play this, and it was them
Yeah,
three
I saw that
games.
as well.
Yeah.
It was like, that's so true. They've all got that in their library.
It really is. It really is.
Yeah.
But yeah,
That's
I
right.
mean, can you think of any others at the moment then really? Oh, hang on. There's one other person. I just need to get their channel up. So I'm subscribed to them. I just need to remember their name. Who is it? Who is it?
Is it Rick's the Tricks?
No, but they're also really good.
I was going to give him a mention as well.
A shout out.
Yeah,
You
definitely.
could go on all bloody evening like this.
Yeah.
I mean, I just really like a lot of what's his name? Arian?
Yes. We mentioned him earlier.
Yeah.
I'm losing track now. We've done so
we've covered so many.
yeah. I mean, I'm scrolling through the like some I thought probably was Zomboid trying to like recognize any names, and it's like massive creators like Jacksepticeye have made Zomboid videos.
Yeah.
And it's like that's amazing. It's such a broad audience for people to, watch, for people to get introduced to the game. It's such a good kind of platform for people to get into the game. There's also the go on. Go for it.
No, I was going to say I'll try and be brief, but I tend to carry on too much. So cut me short if you need to. But I think with Project Zomboid, there's like a before and after. There's a before Build 41,
Yeah,
and then there's an after. Build 41 came in with the the animations update. It really transformed the look and the feel of the game. It sort of transformed the. It's been a bit cruel to put it in this sort of context, but it transformed the quality of the game.
definitely. That's undeniable.
Some people are always going to be a bit sort of look down on it because it's sort of isometric. They might think it's a little bit basic because it's not first person and all that sort of thing. But if you look at the animations in terms of look and functionality, the before and after is huge.
Yeah.
Definitely. And I think with that explosion in a player base, it obviously would be in the interest of a YouTube channel to cover that game.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Have you heard of a guy called Raptor?
Yes. It rings a bell.
Raptor. The guy's amazing. He plays so many different games, and he just sits there. He sits there with his little webcam thing, so you can see him in the corner. He's got shades on. He just looks so cool. And he did play that Project Zomboid game for quite a while. He's somebody who just goes on, plays games, but he's got like 1 million subscribers. He's been doing it for like so many years, and he's slowly built his sort of fan base. He's got it's a massive channel, and he covered that game for quite a while in the wake of the Louisville and the animations and the multiplayer update. And as you said, Jacksepticeye and quite a few others as well.
It's another guy that I watch, even though it doesn't do Project Zomboid that much, is the Spiffing Brit.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he did one, and I loved that one where it was like the backpack duplication.
Yes, I saw that one. Yeah.
They patched that out pretty quickly after that, didn't they?
But it's amazing. He goes into games and breaks it.
Who was it? Private Lime, Ambiguous Amphibian.
It was the mall, wasn't it?
Nurse. And
there was someone
Nurse
else.
and Spiffing Brit.
Yeah.
Was there somebody else? They did 3 or 4 videos together, didn't they?
It was
one
one
where
where
they were
at the mall.
wasn't there one where they were trying to run from Maldra? They were trying to get from Maldra to Louisville as well. I think was one of them.
Yeah,
They
I know.
did
I
two or
think it was
three.
Muldrow to Louisville to then clear them all in Louisville.
All right.
I think so. I cannot remember, but I remember there was something like that, and I loved watching that because I was like, "Oh my God, my favorite creators all together playing.
I know.
This is a
it
dream
was-
come true."
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, anyone else to kind
I'll
of talk
tell you
about?
what I find really quite interesting with this game, and YouTube. I do like because I, as you can probably tell, I keep tabs on so many different and enjoy the content of
Yep.
so many different content creators for this game. It's amazing how you think you know all the principal players, and then you'll just randomly stumble across
Yeah.
this person who, and they'll have like 10,000 subscribers, or they'll have a healthy number. It doesn't matter what it is,
Yeah.
5,000,
Yeah.
10,000, 20,000, and they've been doing Project Zomboid a while, and yet you never heard of them.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
So I came across this guy just the other week. He's actually only got 3,000 subscribers, but he does some pretty good content.
Yeah.
He's called Biggest Baddest Beaver. He's called.
Oh.
See, I bet you've never heard of him.
No, I haven't.
Hang on.
Heard, no, I haven't.
Hang on,
heard of him.
I'll look on his channel and see if I've got any videos that I've watched of his. I love his banner. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
No,
He
I've
does-
I've
he
not
does
watched his videos.
Quite good Project Zomboid stuff, actually, and it's something that I'm going to be sort of dipping into more frequently. And I've never heard of him, and he just popped up now and again with Project Zomboid. And have you heard of Comp?
Yes. He's got the sick face as a profile.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. It does
Sorry,
the broadcast.
I'm hogging it. I could just go on.
Oh, that's right. It's so
Project Zomboid.
so
There's
good.
so much
Project
stuff.
Zomboid, that's so many
Well,
good
I mean,
creators out there.
there are so many, and I mean there are probably some with like 10 subscribers right now, which are doing the best content, but they're just
Yeah.
sadly not getting seen. But
Yeah.
fingers
It's
crossed.
difficult to
you know.
sort out. It is
Yeah.
difficult. I think when you're as big as Ambiguous Amphibian and Private Line, that always, I mean,
At the front.
that's the way it should be. But
Yeah.
they will always be the ones. If you search Project Zomboid on YouTube or even Google or something, it will be it'll be the same core
Yeah.
of content creators: Atomic
Yeah.
Duck, Private Lime, Ambiguous Amphibian, Nurse. It'll be those. They're just
Yeah,
hogging
definitely.
all the limelight, aren't they? It's just great.
How dare they?
So,
Yeah, I mean, I think, yeah, go on.
No, I was just going to say, send them a strongly worded letter. That should
Yeah, of course.
that should sort
Or-
them out.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, I think we're gonna come to the end of our time here. I want to thank you all for listening or watching, depending on what you're doing.
Thank you. all.
Yeah, thank you all. All of our channels will be in the description. See you guys next time.
Yeah.
Bye.
Cheers.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.